am Canadian. I stand behind the red maple leaf, the Canadian beaver, the great outdoors, the loonie, the toonie, Tim Hortons coffee, and Ryan Reynolds. But my identity rests on the critical cultural groups that came before me that helped mold and contribute to the Canadian identity. The woven cultures of many ethnic groups and countries make up who we are. Applying Hofstede's cultural dimensions to explain my dominant culture, we see these multi-ethnic outside influences and the food, the language, the identity, the community dynamics, and the sense of self are all intertwined into the history of these outside influences. And this results in a more moderate cultural dynamics that we enjoy. We have a moderate short-term versus long-term orientation. We have indulgence in our celebrations, but restraint in our impact of the environment. We have a moderate power distance between our political and social level ties, with both low-moderate uncertainty avoidance and a dual masculine-feminine dynamic. The role of the individual versus community reveals the importance of a self with strong support of the diverse cultures that make up Canada. We have, I feel, a moderate short-term versus long-term orientation. This reflects our appreciation and acceptance of different cultures that created our country. Our identity rests with a mix of English and French customs, an appreciation of Aboriginal cultures, and the influence of the United States. We are proud members of the Commonwealth and still obsessed with the royal family. The special status of Quebec and their nation within a united Canada cements the French influence of language and provincial dishes to the mix of who we are. Our proximity to the United States has influenced many of our traditions and celebrations, sharing the same holidays. Add the influx of the new immigration, and it's created a multicultural identity that makes us truly unique. Our connection with the past has given us low power distance between our political and societal levels. For the history of our country, we have fought for equal representation across all power levels. We accept the French influence in our politics and culture, from the spelling of our words to the use of pardon and the dangling A at the end of a sentence, turning everything you say into a question or seeking clarification or an affirmation. The acceptance of other cultures created culinary dishes from around the world. Food is the center point of our family life, and it is certainly one of the areas that Canadians indulge rather than show restraint. Where we do show restraint is in our cultural awareness for the environment, and we focus our attention on the great outdoors and the Aboriginals that came before us. Again, we see this balance in cultural dimensions that add to the health and wealth of our people. Another area we see a moderate cultural dynamic is our masculine and feminine dynamics. We do place a high importance on personal achievement and success, but there is a high placement on family, community, and the quality of life. We come together as a nation, respecting ourselves and others to where we come from and where we're going. Our respect to the individuals and the communities has caused us to be so polite, we really don't want to offend anyone. And you can see this in our word sorry. Sorry becomes an affirmation of we hear you, we feel for you, we're sorry you're going through this. And it adds to polite disposition of situations. My Canadian culture falls in the middle of the row with regard to Hofstede's cultural dimensions. This is from the embrace of ethnic diversity and cultural acceptance for outside influences on our country. This balanced approach to life offers the individual room to grow, but gives great empathy for the welfare of those around us and the land we leave for our children. The views are breathtaking, the pace is slower, the people a little more polite, because as always, if you're having a bad day, we're sorry.